In a previous video, I compared 5 different cell activators that did not contain any Australian Floetrol. And glue, paint, and water gave us a really good result. I've just sped it up so you can see it. All right, you can view this entire video. There's going to be a link in the description, but you can see the definition was there. So people keep saying that the Amsterdam titanium white is magical. There's something about it. And if you use other paints, you won't get the same results. So, baby, I'm going to test that out. And we're going to try different opacities. So we're going to try a transparent, a semi-transparent, and an opaque paint. We're going to start with Amsterdam. And then in a future video, I'm just going to try random brands because I want to make believers out of non-believers. And I want to see for myself. So let's go through the colors. First up, we have Payne's Gray. Oh, just kidding. This is Prussian Blue by Amsterdam. It is a transparent paint. That is a semi-transparent. You see the box half filled in. That is Pyro Red. And one of my favorites, this is Blue Lagoon. Nope, this is Turquoise Blue. Woo! This is an opaque, okay? And then, of course, we have our Amsterdam Titanium White, which is also an opaque. I want to include that for a comparison. All right, now we're going to make our cell activator. Once again, I'm using the same recipe in my previous video, but let me tell y'all, this consistency came out a lot thicker. So it's a 1-to-1-to-1 ratio, but I can say, I'm doing a voiceover, that having done this, that your consistency is just so important. And being able to understand when you need to adjust it is going to be like your key to success really in the bloom. Like, really big tip I'm giving away here. So once again, 1-to-1-to-1 for my paints, and I can't wait for you guys to see the outcome of these blooms. Okay, so I'm mixing up my mixture here, preparing to add the paint. And while I'm mixing this, I also want to address another question that I've seen come up more frequently. Super excited. I'm getting a lot more or a new wave of beginning fluid artists. And so I'm really excited to, just kind of be a little bit of an OG now, especially when it pertains to the bloom. But a lot of people are saying or asking, does the opacity matter? And there are people out there who are saying that it does, and I don't believe so. I don't believe that transparency matters when it comes to your cell activator as far as getting the cell activator to work. Now, how it looks may be a whole different story, but I think you can get a cell activator with any type of paint, any type of opacity. All right, so I've just sped up the video. I'm making all of my cell activators because who's got time to sit here and watch me make these in real time? So I'll sped it up, okay? So we can get through it. A little agua. All right, so I have all of my paints here, and I just want to do a little consistency test or check, if you will, just so you can see that they all are about the same consistency. I would say this is a little bit thicker than what I would get for a 3-to-1 to Australian Floetrol, and so I went with it thinking that it should have been thinned a little bit, but I also felt the same way when I did the original experiment. So I said, I'm not going to make any changes. We're just going to pour it out, blow, and see what happens. All right, so that is my titanium white. I just wanted to have something to compare the others to see if there are any differences, if there's truly any magic in the Amsterdam titanium white. And I'm using my favorite pillow paint. This is PPG Multi Pro, found at Home Depot in eggshell. It's about 18 bucks. Can't beat it. Use it straight out of the can. Normally very little bubbles. You don't even need for them to stir it at the store. You can do it yourself and it comes out very good. So I'm putting down a lot of black here. I'm using black so that you can see the cells. That didn't work out so great for the Prussian blue, but yeah, you still get the point of the video. And there is some cell activator. We're starting with the titanium white first, and we'll blow it out and see what we get. So we got really nice sales. We didn't get a lot of sales, okay? But we got some really nice sales. Y'all, I had to repaint this because I flipped it on its side. And I ended up with even less sales this time. Oh, baby, the good times, right? But they're pretty sales, just not a whole lot of them. All right, once again, this is my turquoise blue. This is also an opaque, so I'm expecting it to work the same. All right, just gonna put some paint down there in the center. Okay. So I'm really excited because this is such a great teaching moment here, okay? Look, I'm not getting a lot of sales, right? But I am getting sales and they are really pretty, but I would have never seen these if I had not allowed my paint to rest and settle. So I always tell y'all to experiment. See, I've gotten more sales. They're very pretty sales. Some people would say this is a fail. No, you're learning. Okay, maybe my paints are too thick. So this is when we test. We thin it out more and more and more to see the results that we get. But if I had a painting full of cells that look like these, I would not be disappointed because they're super. One, the contrast is gorgeous, but They're not stretched and oblong. They're very, very pretty. Bigger than this is the point to understand that your ratios and recipes could change based on the season. So that video that I've linked that shows you all the different cell activators, that video is a couple of months old. We were still experiencing winter where I live, and now we're in the summer months. So you have to adapt and understand that there is no one end all recipe, friends. You will always be making adjustments in this lovely world of fluid arts. Okay, so this is my Pyro red, and this is a semi-transparent paint. Okay, so the opacity is different. Okay, I have no clue why I don't do more with red, black, and white because the contrast is pretty and the black and the white kind of tames the red. I'm loving these colors together actually, and you can see my cells are growing larger once again. All right, so once again, this is my Prussian blue, and let me apologize. I probably should have chose another color, but this is a transparent paint, and I use Prussian blue a lot, so that's what piqued my interest. But the contrast is not so good in this. But I'm gonna blow it out, and you're gonna see the results in just a second. Okay, friends, so the results are what I expected. This has proven some of y'all's point that Amsterdam just works. I don't know what it is. I don't make the paints, but there's something special. And now you know that opacity doesn't matter, at least as it pertains to Amsterdam. They all work. They all yielded great results. But remember, this is a part one to a very big part two that's coming up. We're going to test other paint brands using this glue cell activator to see if they also work as well.